The Off-Field Drama podcast is proudly brought to you by 4X and 4X Gold, none other. Our favourite brewery, Queensland's Brewery, Birdo.
Oh, it's the luscious beer that we all know and love. Get it up, get it in, your shareholders. There's nothing better than a 4X Gold. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, baby. And maybe Monday.
Maybe Wednesday.
Where's the Queensland spirit now?
Welcome to the Off-Field Drama Potty. I'm Sauce.
I am Berkey.
Episode 90 here, bruh.
No, the nervous 90s.
Nervous 90s, yeah.
See, it's funny. We hit them so well, I just don't even know what we're up to.
Yeah.
Into the 90s.
Well. Yeah. And
a lot doubted us.
We got a crowd now. We got Pitt and Pitt Squared.
Yeah, Pitt Squared. Tell you what, Pitt Squared is got to be close to 7 foot shareholders. This guy is a fucking giant, man. I walked in here. Walked around the corner and absolutely shat myself when I looked up. Got to get Pitt Squared in the paint, man.
It makes you realise like how, as a 30-year-old, 70-kilo bloke, how small you are, right?
Oh, yeah, well, I asked how old he is. I was like, oh, this guy must be 42. He's 20. Fucking hell, man. I tell you what, I'd be happy to throw it up to the big fella on the court, man. He crushed the offensive glass.
Yeah, absolutely. How's the hammy to OG Pit?
Yeah.
Not great.
No?
Couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
I mean, Ribs are sore, though. That Samoan fella with the mullet. Holy shit, he got me a good one.
I don't know if we should touch on it now, or later in the episode about what happened at 3 p.m. at Yoku Road on Saturday.
The ear bashing.
There's a lot I wouldn't mind.
To unpack, yeah.
Hey, let's get into it now.
Yeah. So
shareholders, normally you would say, like, have you ever gone to something where you don't expect it to be a comedy show, but then it ends up being a funny thing?
Yeah.
That was like going down to Yoku Road at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Now, I've always known Yoku Road is the hardest place to win on a Saturday afternoon. Mm. What I saw on Saturday, I can no longer say with confidence. Now, I tell you what, they must be lied on with the fullbacks down at Jeeps after what I saw.
Even lighter now.
2 minutes in, I look up and there's a player down being attended to. It's the Pit. And I'm thinking, what's happened here? The Pit's in all sorts of trouble. Then it gets topped off with the Pits just walking off the field during play, screaming, I've done my hammy, I've done my hammy. And then to top it off, the full-time whistle's gone. Jeeps lost to the Students, which is just so uncharacteristic. Mm. And, the Pit's there limping with a fucking ice pack around his left hammy. Ref's leaving the field. The Pit has absolutely sprayed this ref to a point where the ref's gone, I'm mic'd up, keep going. And the Pit's gone, I hope you can hear me loud and clear. We'll have a beer after the game. I won't go into the profanity.
What did you say? It's recorded, so who cares?
I think I will before he says it.
Was he shit?
It was,
mate. The touch judges on Saturday were about as useful as an NRL touch judge.
Yeah, that's saying something too.
Saying something, because you know what our thoughts are of touch judges.
Blind.
The inconsistency with the yellow card and infringements.
That was the biggest thing.
That was bizarrely
We had 2 yellows for repeated infringements.
Yeah.
And I reckon the penalty count was probably the same, and they didn't get a single yellow.
Yeah, that's fucked.
It was just...
I used to hate some of those refs.
So there was 8 to go. We were down by a point, and we dropped the ball, and they picked it up, and they were going to score like a full-blown Josh Dugan, like out of the fucking...
Yeah, the penalty try.
Right, and our bloke's gone to tackle him, and he might have caught him a touch high, right?
Yeah.
There's no fucking chance he scored. And and these 2 refs, the ref and the touchy, they're standing there, full-blown meeting, and I'm going, what the fuck are they talking about here? It's either a no try or a try. And then it just clicked to me because it was that type of game. I was like, holy fuck, they're going to give a penalty try.
Yeah.
and which is automatic 7. He was Buckley's chance of kicking that in front of the glue factory, so we would have still been a chance. And so it was automatic 7 points. We're down by 8, 3 to go. Pitt then chip and chase.
Yeah,
does his hammer.
Refs love to fucking ruin a game, eh?
Oh.
Like they love union refs in that like reserve grade shit. They love to just interfere with the
3
game.
PM, not 1:30. Thank you.
Yeah. No, well, like, I mean, it is reserve grade. You're not playing for the fucking Reds, bro.
Mate, I tell
They're
you,
just
Old
as
school,
bad,
old
though.
school first, you know.
it's not the footy I'm used to seeing down at Yoku Road back in my day.
But you know what I mean? Like I said, you'd see a ref, and you know you're warming up, and you see him walk over or run over, and they check your boots and do you know they speak to you as the captain and whatever. Not an honour you probably either have had, but that's fine.
No, I did come from a leadership
this
background.
fucking cockhead, like you know. Not this
you
cunt.
know it. You know, I mean, being a ref with you would have been a fucking nightmare.
I used to be good with the refs.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I downgraded a red card where this guy, you know, Fitzy, the massive prop Fitzy.
Is he still going around?
I was in a scrum with him, and he stomped this guy. Like we fucked their scrum up, and he stomped him on the head, and then elbowed him as he was trying to get up.
Nice.
And the ref was like, "It's a red card," and I was like. And one of the touchies came in, and he had a South jersey on. So, like, you know how I had the touchy with that, you know, they would do it. And I was like, mate, this is going to look so bad. You listening to a South official come in and tell you to give him a red card. You can't do it, mate.
No.
You can downgrade it to a yellow card. You haven't pulled it out yet.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, look, I've taken on board what you've said.
Oh, my.
I tell ya.
No way.
Shout out Fitzy, because he was one of the... Like, I loved playing against that guy because I was like, this fucker just turns up every year, gets bigger every year.
Yeah, somehow.
And he played 80 because there was no one to replace the poor dog, and he just fucking gave his all.
Fun to scrum with.
He would have been fun to drink piss with too.
He's the best. He's the
like
greatest. He's like Andre the Giant.
He looks like he'd murder 35 schooners minimum.
And you never know when he's like pissed or like super pissed. It's always the same.
There was shareholders down at Yoku Road too, by the way.
Yeah, good.
Which was great to
got
see.
a
I
lot.
did have one shareholder come up to me, Trelly, and say, would Trelly hate to look inside when you're attacking? What's your response to that?
I don't know, mate.
I'll tell you off air what
I'm just trying to get through the 80. There's a lot of young shareholders down there, though. They're loving the pod.
Loving the pod.
Yeah.
It's a shame because Yoku Road used to hum back in. Didn't the Colts tent seemed a little weak on numbers too? Back in my day, it'd be fucking full to the brim. You'd have a smoke show going above the tent there.
How's North's going?
They got humped by East, but East are 10 from 10, so
What?
probably yeah.
They're undefeated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But brothers will get some cattle back.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Do you know what I've got to say? We'll move on after this. But
Yeah, happily too.
I can talk too much about Union. Shout out Reds.
No, we'll touch on
Yeah,
that.
we won't touch on them, to be fair.
But
I was at the quaff.
how do you decide? Like, how does Norths never get like the Super Rugby players coming back? Like, we have Jeff Tamunga Allen.
Yeah, we don't have
Well, it's
anyone.
because they're intelligent.
Oh, we have James Martins, who, shout out to you, he's just made the under-20s World Cup squad. So he's our only red that we get back.
To be fair,
and he's got to go to fucking Italy for 5 weeks, so we miss him.
To be fair, we actually had Duncan Payara and Carmichael
Yeah,
Hunt
you guys
at
had a
one
great
point.
year.
Yeah, but anyway, moving on. Let's
talk Broncos,
let's
baby.
talk Broncos because that was bloody.
We are back.
You knew something was happening. You knew when you saw those
real.
jerseys earlier in the week. It was just like they're going to play like the All Blacks. They're going to, you know.
Oh my days! That was.
Yeah.
Do you know what that was? It was our coming out party for 2025.
Yeah, fucking oath.
It was because what happened was we had all our cattle back, all in the right positions. Reece Walsh, Ezra Mann, Adam Reynolds, Paddy Carrigan at 13.
Didn't Billy play well?
Didn't the squad?
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking when I watched that game? Because I felt like I was watching the All Blacks, understandably.
Yeah.
And it was the closest thing you'll see an NRL side to the All Blacks. What I was thinking was, remember like when we were growing up, how they had all these hypotheticals about how the All Blacks should play the Australian Kangaroos?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was the All Blacks playing the Gold Coast Titans, and the All Blacks respectfully gave the little titties the respect they deserve.
They were so bad.
Our little fucking brothers down the M1 that I am so concerned for if you're a Gold Coast Titans fan.
Yeah. They were awful.
They were so bad.
Like, They made more mistakes than like we do. Than we usually do.
Yeah, but we score tries.
Yeah, that first set, fuck me.
Yeah.
If you want to go like how to make a man horny, that first minute, that pass from Walsh across the field.
Oh, it's razzle-dazzle stuff. The only thing that was missing is if all the Bronx players were wearing black boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
That would've
mean?
been cool.
And respect to our boy Adam Reynolds too.
Do they have black socks?
Yep.
I didn't even
it
notice
was-
that.
It was
Yeah.
full blacked out.
Mate, they were playing like they had a black dong.
Imagine if Dell was playing.
Like they were
Just full
swinging
black
that
Dell.
fucking... Oh,
That'd be a scary sight, man.
mate, that is...
Like-
with Lottie on one side and Dell on the other.
That'd be crazy.
Fuck me.
I'd shit myself.
I
man.
would too. Mate, how scary did Payne Haas look?
Yeah.
Like, he looks scary in any jersey.
Maybe that was it. They were a bit intimidated. Like,
I'd love if we could play that at least two times a year.
I reckon every game until we lose.
Yeah, the sponsors, but you got to think
Just
of
put him
those.
in like that glowing. You know how it like glows a bit.
Yeah, but then
the glowing black.
That
Yeah,
would be naughty as
yeah.
fuck.
They know. The sponsors know.
Oh, they know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
What if-
another thing. The Broncos leading
Yeah.
from the front. You know, look at us. Our initiative, innovative,
Mm.
innovative.
Go again, big fella.
You had it right to start with,
Oh,
and
it
you
was an
changed it
initiative?
to wrong.
Initiative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's another one too. I'm after innovation.
Innovation. Yeah.
Innovation's
you
a
got-
key word
yeah,
in my vocabulary. That's something that the Bronx are doing in the NRL.
Intuitive of you.
Let's keep going.
Do you want to?
Igloo.
But you're right, Saucy. Like, that first set, I was blind by half
Yeah.
time, so I didn't see much of it. But the first set, I was like, this is going to be a big score.
Yeah. It reminded me of the Dogs game because we didn't score many points in the second half, and then they sort of did. They turned it on.
They could have played anyone Saturday night, they would have beat them.
Yeah.
I'm sensing 5 in a row. Can you show me our draw?
Well,
Yeah, but as I just saw, they're already in the 8. Which
no,
is
but I
pretty
know
fun.
I'm sensing 5 wins in a row. You're hearing
Yeah, I
it
got ya.
first.
I got
yeah,
ya.
good. Yeah, I know you got me.
because
Paul.
in 06, I actually lost 6 in a row, and it took Pearl to come in. I actually screenshotted this, I believe.
You notice
he,
when... sorry.
he said, I was watching them in 2006, like I have been of late, and I rang Wayne and said, that was terrible. Why don't you come in and tell them, Wayne said. I came to training with my 1992 grand final jersey. I gave a talk and said, there are only some of you that treasure the jersey like we did. This is my jersey, number 3. I said, I want you to take it off me. I want you to take this jersey off me. You have to want that jersey. If that doesn't fucking fire you up,
I'm getting goosebumps.
like, and they won in 06, obviously.
Yeah, naturally.
Like, did you get a bit goosebump?
I felt it. Yeah, there was a little sizzle.
Can you
in the
imagine if
mizzle.
someone maybe did it? I don't know.
So,
It's something there.
sorry.
Take this jersey off me.
We've
You
got,
won.
Bronx have got the bye. 2
Win.
points.
There's 1 win out of 5. Keep
And
going.
I think we need to go to this game. Obviously, Sterlo probably can't. But
I'll have to-
Sunday, 2 p.m,
Fuck our bogey. We'll win
Bronx
it, but
Sharks
win.
at Suncorp.
That's 2
They
in a
were
row.
fucking horrendous.
Oh, bad.
The
Bad
Sharks,
from the shite.
yeah.
Keep going.
Then we play the Wires at home, 3
Win.
o'clock
That's
Saturday
3.
Then we're going to go to a core stadium.
Yeah, but
Friday
against who?
night, 4th of July against the Dogs.
Oh,
That's a hard threat.
yeah, but that's 4th of July.
Then we
you know.
then we got to go back to the M1 and play the Titans.
Oh, we'll hump them again. Then we'll go to the Burley
And then a
Pav
bye,
and
so-
hump
So
whatever
that's-
else is there.
So that's 2 buys in
Yeah.
6 weeks. That's hectic.
yeah. I've noted 5 out of 5.
Well, what's that 7 from 7 basically?
Still got to play the
Because we
Storm.
won against the Titans.
Got to play the Storm twice coming home.
That's all right.
That's all right.
You want to. You want to play the
Yeah.
good team, so you're
Happy
playing in the
to.
grand final.
Happy
You know?
to. Happy to. That was good. I mean, Desi Hasler's comments after the game about
What'd he say?
the coach isn't going to, it's the players that turn it around.
Yeah, that sounds like an Adam O'Brien speech.
Except Desi would never apologise.
What were our thoughts with that? Going back to Thursday night.
Adam O'Brien.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're booing your own team, like there'd be nothing worse as a coach or player. Like you'd be pretty frustrated. Like
And like as he said after the game, he was like, I didn't know we were being booed, so I was asked the question
yeah.
and then had to answer it in the space of obviously, so but and then as Matty Johns was like, well, fuck, like they show up every week when it's freezing cold, raining. And
Yeah.
like, so they're entitled to a say, but I agree, booing the cunts, like, fuck.
Yeah.
He would have had to have fucking Bose speakers on his head that are like soundproof for him to not hear that bill.
I reckon he'd be the most boring bloke.
Oh,
To
yeah.
like-
Apparently loves a beer.
Yeah, good on him.
As
But
much as you do.
that guy, Peter Parr,
Yeah.
he used to be at the Cowboys. I think he's the head of football there. I saw this meme about like the apology. You can just imagine he just like Adam O'Brien had a gun to his head from that guy.
Oh.
That Peter Parr. He looks like a Simpsons character.
Does.
I don't know who it is, but he looks like someone.
Yes.
Hank Scorpio.
One
or
of the
something.
ones that loves beers, drinks with Mo.
Lenny.
Yes. No, Lenny's a black guy.
No, it's Carl.
Oh no, so it is Lenny. Yes.
He looks a bit
Lenny.
like you.
That's not the Simpsons. That's not the Simpsons character, but he does look like one.
I think it's Lenny.
Yeah.
Old Peter
Do you
Parr
know that
Jr.,
guy
am I right?
Hank Scorpio, the one that from Globo? What I don't know. Fucking. That's some serious dribble.
Let's get into team announced today.
Yeah.
Lenny Leonard.
Oh my god.
We'll clip that.
Our
We'll clip that
Queensland team announced today.
Yeah, that's pretty.
This is pretty monumental stuff because this is backs up against the wall.
Yeah, I just want to say, fear the deer. Fear the deer. Tom did.
Yeah, I like that.
Like, if you don't fucking respect it,
it's a coming of the age.
Yeah.
We're moving, baby.
yeah, we are.
And we're moving to Perth for a dub.
I got a bit deep into this, and you're going to love this. I've done some research. So,
Good, I like when you think.
yeah, one of us has to. So, the phrase, what do they say? I can't even remember it because it's just bullshit.
You're on fire. Off the top.
What was I saying before the pod about?
I told you I love
You told me you were off the piss for the month.
Yeah, I am.
It's been 7 days. Maybe you need to
look
get
what
back
it's
on it,
working.
Sterlo.
Look at what it's doing to me.
It's not working.
Yeah. Pick and stick is the phrase I was looking for. It gets thrown around a lot by experts of the game. You know, Ricky Stewart, I do love him. He brought it up and was talking about it. I do love Ricky. Did you see him cry?
Nah,
Yeah, that
Against
was awesome.
the Papa with Papa. That was brilliant.
warming.
But so basically, the term pick and stick was used by Mal Meninga in 2006 or 2007, whatever, and it was about all of the halves. So people are using it out of context and going, oh, if DCE's dropped, blah, 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 what happened to pick and stick? They say it every year, and it's just taken out of context. So what it was used for, and I'll tell you what pick and stick fucking means, all you experts down south, you weasels.
good boy.
Craig Gower, Brett Finch, Mitchell Pearce, Peter Wallace, Trent Hodgkinson, our boy Adam Reynolds, we love, Nathan Cleary, Mitchell Moses, Nico Hines, Braithen Nasta, Greg Bird, Terry Campese, Trent Barrett, Jamie Soward, James Maloney, Josh Reynolds, Jack Whiten, Jerome Luai, Matt Moylan, Cody Walker, Luke Keary. So they were all the halves. Berkey's going to sleep
Jesus,
over here.
man.
Did you know what they are? They're all the halves and 5H, right?
Oh,
Do you know who Queensland had?
Darren Lockyer, Jonathan Thurston, Cooper Cronk.
Cameron Munster, DCE in five of them.
High five, baby.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Like, that's what pick and stick is.
Yeah.
That's what fucking pick and stick is.
I mean, he's 36
Yeah,
years old.
he had his-
changing of the guards.
Gonna have to stop.
He had his chance, right, in game one. He was given that honour to go out at Suncorp or have a crack, not go out. And, you know, they were beaten by a better side.
Correct.
And now, change of the guard, fear the deer is what I say.
Fear the deer and fear the deer with good fear.
Yeah. Good
Because-
fear.
He's playing good, man.
Yeah.
Mate, I tell you what, they're just... What my thing with DCE, I reckon if he came out and just said where he was playing 2 weeks after he made the decision, he'd be playing more lights out rugby. I
Wait,
reckon
what?
the
Say
whole
that again.
background thing, if he came out, everyone
Who?
knows he's going to the Chooks.
Dearden.
No, DCE.
Oh, DCE, sorry, mate.
Come on,
Yeah.
knock.
Sorry.
Anyway, if
Get
he
back on the
came
piss,
out
Sterling.
and
Have
did
one of
that,
those.
if he
Have one of those
Have a
now.
four
came out and
ginger
did
beer.
that, I reckon that would have just... he's carrying too much baggage, the big fella, and you
Yeah.
can see it.
He is also 35.
Yeah, but mate, when you've got that going on behind closed doors and it's the worst kept secret in rugby league, and there's some pretty shit secrets in rugby league, Like, that's right up there with the best. Mate, that's just extra baggage. Like, that's rocking up to the airport where you can only check in 23 kilos and you've come with 45 kilos.
Yeah.
And the flight attendant
double
goes,
pack.
you're an idiot.
Yeah. You got to pay extra.
Yeah, it's costing you more money.
Like $79.99 or something.
And Uncle Nick's paying for that baggage. If I was the Roosters, I can't believe I'm saying this. If I was the Roosters, I wouldn't sign him.
Yeah.
I honestly would not sign
They're not
him.
going too bad either.
Mate, it's $1 million for 1 year. What are you, like, come on now.
I find it even crazier. I got to say, DCE, like, he's now not going to be a one club man. Just for what? Like a couple $100,000. Like, I'm sure he was getting paid pretty highly at Manly.
He's fucking...
And you got the Turbo twins going, we'll play for less as well, which is crazy.
They're doing a
when you think about
50% tax cut.
Yeah. Buy one, get
Seriously.
Buy one, get one
Seriously.
too. Yeah.
Mate, I love the Tommy did, and I think Munster will be our captain. I just think it makes sense.
That's what Braith said. Wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why, yeah. Braith's getting his fucking 10%.
Braith gets a bonus if he's captain.
I reckon they'll give it to Carrigan because he's gonna be the captain for longer.
I'm gonna say Tino.
No.
I'm going to say Tino.
Well, he's busted, so he's still a question.
Is he out?
He's questionable.
See, we actually have good stock because they're all captains for their clubs, not Munster. But we got Ponga, who's their captain at Knights.
He
won't be him.
Captain.
But that's what I mean. We got good stock. We got leaders in the ranks.
Billy,
you know,
I reckon it'll be Carrigan.
Yeah, Billy said in his press conference today that it doesn't have to be an 80-minute play, but that's a load of bullshit. Like, you need your captain playing 80 minutes.
Yeah, that means it'll be...
Kurt Gidley was captain.
Even Harry Grant, man.
Yeah.
Like Harry Grant.
Well, Harry Grant, but he can come off the bench.
Is there any more captains that we have just laying around, just lazily in the team?
Is Dearden?
No, Dearden's co-captain with Cotter.
So
there's two for the price of one. Just think about Munster.
This is the thing. There's literally fucking 5 or 6 club captains.
Yeah, but that's with every like New South Wales got the same.
Do they?
Mitchell Moses, Stephen Crichton, Isaiah Yeo, Nathan Cleary. There might be one more. Yeah. See, I like giving love to both sides of the state.
Yeah, but we can be biased too.
Yeah, we can. But we'll call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
What I'll say is if money runs us out into Optus Stadium in 10 days' time, that's fucking 6 to midnight material for Queensland.
Yeah. Do you reckon Munster?
I'm all in on money.
Yeah.
I think he's the sort of player that he will rise.
Yeah. He has to rise too.
He does have to rise.
You know who else I think has to rise a bit more is Ponga. Like
really? I didn't think he was too bad.
I was going to say, I said it in the last pod, I reckon he played well, but he can play better with this side. Given the opportunity, he can play way better.
Interesting that Liero's retained his spot.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense to me that why Firma was dropped for Capel. That doesn't make it's kind of like, are you the scapegoat or?
Oh yeah.
I think it's because Capel's done a big job for Queensland in the past.
He's playing good too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Dad was like, I haven't watched any of the Wars games of you. I was like, yeah, he's fucking.
He's been playing centre, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. They love having different options, and that's where Kurt can kind of.
Kurt can jerk his.
I would have brought in Jai Arrow, personally.
Yeah, I would have brought in the big red.
Corey Horsburgh, like Billy said, he actually hasn't named a team. Yeah. He's just named a squad.
Yeah.
So everyone out there can speculate who's actually in our 17. We don't know. Ezra Mann probably won't make it.
I'd love him to.
Yeah.
I'd love Ezra to be 14. If Walsh isn't 14, if Walsh isn't 14, then I'd like Ezra. Ideally, I don't know how Walsh didn't get in the side. Like having him and Ponga is crazy.
No, Ponga was always. You can't pick Walsh after 80 minutes.
I'm saying at 14. If you were to have a 14, Kurt, Mann, Ezra, or Walsh, who would you have?
Well, I think it has to be probably Ezra.
Who would you have?
Well, I mean, I'd probably have Kurt.
Why?
Well, just purely because, mate, where do you put Ezra in the middle?
Anywhere. Anywhere on the field.
They're so big.
Kurt Mann started NRL games at hooker, centre, and in the halves.
I think Kurt's your 14.
Okay.
But
I respectfully disagree.
Yeah, I respectfully tell you to shut the fuck up.
I would have put Reece Walsh on a wing for Val Holmes.
I can't believe. I'd be picking Cobbo.
Yeah, look, he from Wynnum Seagulls.
Legit. I'd tell Billy, and it'd be a stab at Madge to say, Madge, you don't know anything about rugby league, and I'd pick my boy from the fucking chook pen of Manly, Wynnum, and then bring him in. Mate, Val's so lucky to start.
Yeah.
I can't believe Val's retained his thing. Is Tuolungi not back?
Tuolungi not back, nah. Still got issues. Yeah,
I did
poor
like
Selly, man. He's probably going out to Sherburg, having he'd just be upset.
I'd love Selly on the podcast. I'd love Selly to come on the podcast. He wouldn't even need to say anything if he just sat with us.
He does that spit. You know, you watch him spit when he knows he's on TV. He scores a try and they have the player cam and he does that
they all
spits like on the side
They love a good spit.
Yeah.
I liked what Todd Payton said. He was like, if they want to win, they've got to pick Tom Dearden.
Did he say that?
That's what he said.
It's because Dearden...
He's a blue.
Coming from a blue, yeah.
When Dearden attacks, he attacks like front on. None of this sideways running bullshit.
He reminds me, this is strange, but he reminds me of Kieran Foran, how they go very close to the line.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid to get whacked to someone score a try.
What we need to give our flowers to is us three coming up with our multi.
Yeah.
Now, shareholders, as we like to
give our flowers
on this podcast, is not only entertain you from 6 till 7 on a Monday, but we also like to fill your wallets up.
Yeah, because it was put 50, get 700 back.
Put 50, easy. Just a lazy just 700. Easy, now I think that's about what's that? Is that 9 greenbacks?
Yeah. None of us did it.
No.
So that's the great thing. None of us actually put the bet on, but that's what we do. We're here to provide for you, not us.
I don't think we shared it on the page.
No, well, you don't need to share it.
If you listen, you put it on straight away because that's what you do from now on, shareholders. We will tell you, it was Hawkeys paying $3.
No, it was 1 to 12.
No, it was 1 to 39, paying $3, and then
that's such jam.
Broncos overs into Broncos winning head to head, and then Melbourne Storm 13 plus. And it won. So
it was looking a bit hairy, that Melbourne game too. I thought those cunts were going to score late and just fuck our 13 plus.
I missed that game.
We'll come up with one later in the pod and get on it when you hear it. Because
obviously now we're rolling.
Berkey can't post. He doesn't know how to use his phone.
I do. Well,
we are still teaching him.
Bullshit. If you saw Saturday afternoon, I got the pit in some...
He knows how to put a bet on. I know that.
And you got to which the pit be an absolute white gutted dog at Yoku Road and play like absolute ass. Last time we see him play, shareholders, and it could be a good thing.
If that bloke hit you that hard, you'd still be.
I would have got up.
He wouldn't get up. He wouldn't even fucking lace a boot up.
I felt sorry. I had your poor mother behind my right shoulder. I thought, she's come out and just seen her son get absolutely belted for 80 minutes.
I want to tell a story about Burke. The first time he came over to my place when I was living at home, and we decided to have. I do this thing.
Was it Everest Day?
Every now and again, yeah, and it was a big day. It was a big race day.
Carnival.
I think it was Everest Day.
And
I get the 2 tellies up. I think I did 3. So I did big telly outside, little one, and then laptop. So we had footy and then
Sky 1,
Sky 2.
We were punting everywhere we could.
Right. Mum's a lecturer, and she was grading fucking people's whatever you call it. And Berkey, no one was backing a winner, right? This was pretty early in the piece. Obviously, Fleming kicks off early in the spring. And
which is fantastic.
Burke's decided to launch into something at New Zealand. Now, no one else at the time's really watching this. And Samuel's just decided, like, this thing is about 200 and it's hit the front and he's just fucking whipping this thing home, right? Good to see. But then he's just started launching, like, really loud C-bombs. Right, like, get up, you. And and Mum's come out, and she's like, who is this guy? And 2, that can't happen again. And I was like, oh, that's Berkey, Jules.
Jules Berkey, lovely to meet you, sweetheart. I will continue to back winners at your house.
It set the tone for the rest of the day too, and she couldn't do a fucking thing about it. No,
because I tell you what, fucking Trelly Senior stepped outside and said, I'm loving what's going on, gents.
Berkey, only thing I've got wrong with that is I didn't get on.
Well, because I tipped something at the start of the day at an absolute price, and everyone wanted to fucking, you know.
Suck you from the back.
Well, yeah, but they all, like, didn't want it to win.
Yeah.
And naturally, the good people
as you do.
of racing
Just the Book of Burke. He's got so many chapters.
That's a good segue because we'll go into the Book of Burke. Boom, boom, boom.
We might need to get.
I might actually write it down.
We got a song for that. But we need to get another song.
I might write it down.
So this is
that
chapter
I actually
2.
open a book up. It'd be more like it'd be great. Like just like blow it off, like go, and just a little bit of dust comes off it. I've got like a little page marker. I pull it out, a feather or something.
I forgot about the book, but there's some ones.
How could you forget about?
Well,
the
there's
book,
some that I know I'm a sit and dark.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of those in here. You are. So we're up to number 6, shareholders of the Book of Burke, chapter 6. I feel as though Pinnacle is a huge game changer to the Punch Splendor 2016. Who's Pinnacle?
Is it meant to be pineapple?
I don't know. Pinnacle is what's written.
What is it?
I feel as though Pinnacle is a huge game changer to the Punch. Splendid 2016. Or it might have been pineapple.
Well, the author's an idiot.
I thought you might have been Pinnacle as like a band or something. Because that's something you also would say.
I tell you what, the author of this book's clearly illiterate and doesn't know how to spell pineapple.
So this one you're gonna have to help me out here. It's got in brackets insert hand movement.
Okay.
And you said it's affecting my ability to rise.
I think I do know this one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was just.
Yeah.
I don't know the hand movement.
Just raising the roof.
Yeah. I don't know rise to rise.
This is one of my favourites, and I know it's not a spelling error. I thought it might have been, but it's not. Number 8, Book of Burke. There's a bit of nervativity around the table.
You get that, right? Nervativity?
Are you saying like nerves?
Nerves, yeah. But I'm just
like a nativity scene.
Yeah, I'm just trying to throw a little bit more in there.
Nervativity.
Nervativity.
Do you remember where that was?
No, it would have been around a round table.
Okay, number 9. This one's good. I actually haven't read this one yet. It's missed me. It's good. Didn't know he had 2 lungs. Thought they were in your throat.
I do remember that. I know.
Who were you
Biology wasn't good for me.
No. Clearly.
Another one that probably needs to be added, and it's very recent. Well, there's actually 2 I've got. A couple of weeks ago.
Trell, you haven't got the book in your hand.
Sorry. So a couple of weeks ago, Samuel got a new iPhone, which was well overdue because his other one was fucked. And he said, Trell, lunchtime, let's go down to Apple Store. I need to get a case and like a screen protector. I said, no dramas. So we head down there and what do they call those? What do they call the Apple people?
The geniuses.
The genius. This genius cobber, he was there, and he was
Sean.
Sean
His name was.
And anyway, lovely guy. He was doing his best. And
he had a field day.
And Samuel's gone, oh mate, like some of these new features, yeah. And he goes, yeah. We got this, and he goes, and Siri's a bit easier now. And Berkey goes, how do I use Siri? And the guy like looked at me, looked at Samuel, and was just like, "Is this guy fucking retarded?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was trying to show him how to remove people from photos, and he goes, "That'll be good when I'm in a photo with the fucking pit, and I can just get rid of the." And then my next one, Samuel decided to return to the bitumen last Thursday. Was it, Samuel? You decided to run?
Oh, yes.
So
this is a good one.
He was fresh up of a spell. Look at him, 70 kilos, like he's built to run.
I'm toned up. I've just had a spell in the paddock and I thought on Friday I better go for a trot.
Yeah.
So he takes off, gets about 2.5K, and he said to me, Trell, I had to stop because I had saliva just built up in my throat. So then he's proceeded, instead of just walking back home, he gets on a lime scooter and just does manies up and down the river for another 10K, he said. He nearly broke a Strava record.
Shareholders, I'm telling ya, I might have found a new thing for the River City. If getting on a limey at about 6:30, beautiful, clear, brisk air, and mate, I was just going up and down James Street, down Hardcourt, having a field day on a limey. Mate, they charged me about $22. Honestly.
What were you doing?
I just driving like on the scooter, just going down the streets of New Farm because there's no one on the roads. Mate, I was having a field day.
6:30 p.m.
6:30 a.m.
Oh, a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I went for a run and I couldn't run because I kept getting all this saliva built up in my mouth, and every time I'd spit it, I'd just go all over me, man. Couldn't get it.
He choked down for horse racing terms.
Honestly. So then I just thought, maybe I saw a scooter there and I thought, why don't I?
Yeah.
I put the helmet on.
You didn't let it ruin your day. You just made it better.
I had a field day. It might be an annual Friday morning thing.
Just run 2.5.
Mate, do 2.5 and scooter for 10.
Oh, keep it on Strava though,
Yeah,
so you get your K's locked.
Yeah. And I did some good times. Back me first up after that, shareholders. I'm training the house down.
Last one for the Book of Burke. Number 10. If you want to go down that path, I'll have you by 7 p.m. Who was that to? You remember?
Oh, I've got a couple of people I could put in mind. The author, it could have been the author of the book. Because I would have had him by 7 p.m.
I'm going to do one more for the shareholders. I've got 4 here from shareholders, and it was, if you saw on the on our Instagram, it was Burkeisms from your own experience.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Because they obviously they're added to the Book of Burke. Yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
okay.
So this one was from you, obviously. When it's saying as it's you. When I was young, I had an interview over the phone for a job at Bunnings. Once it had finished, I said, "Thanks, Mr. Bunnings."
That is a stitcher.
No,
That is an absolute. I've never applied at Bunnings.
I was going to say, did you get the job?
No way.
This guy on the phone was probably like,
Mr. Bunnings.
he's probably on the phone going, "Oh, we need it."
Can you imagine?
We need a what's it called? the special.
Can you imagine him in aisle?
Yeah.
Can you imagine this fucker in aisle 15 trying to help you out at Bunnings when he doesn't even know how to turn his own fucking barbecue?
Oh yeah, mate. I reckon it's over there. If you go down and ask that bloke down there.
I'm a handy man, so Bunnings would be a space where I'd feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
Just got a drill for my 30th, actually.
You'd look good in the those things they wear. You know, they wear the aprons.
Mate, I look good in some bloody blue steel cap boots too.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
Skinny legs, but
Nah,
Yeah.
but pretty heavy up top.
yeah, right. Well,
And what was the other one?
we're going to leave them for
okay.
later weeks because there's some absolute clangers in there. Do you want to go?
I just want to touch on the AFL.
Yeah, go on.
Because my Hawkies are officially back. Like, officially back with a capital O, even though I said it like it started with an A.
You were confident with that.
Very confident in
bet.
shareholders. That's what you get with us. I think you ended up getting, you could get 370 for 1 to 39. They look to have their mojo back. No Sicily, no worries.
Yeah.
Mate, really impressive performance by the Hawkies.
The Lions were disappointing. Being up by 17 in the last quarter. I was talking to the
Crows
boys about
are a
this.
threat. Can't kick a goal. Missed 8. I think 8 behinds in the fourth quarter.
And did they kick a goal? One, if they did.
No, I don't know if they kicked a goal. I think they went.
I don't think they
08.
did either. Yeah.
08.
Where was it? Was it Adelaide?
Down there,
Adelaide.
And they were going nuts.
They're going to be
back.
a big chance.
They're a lock for finals footy.
Yeah.
Absolute thriller today at the G for Neil Danaher.
Yeah. Who won that?
Pies won by a point.
Wow.
D's were impressive, man. They showed up. Mate, Carlton looked like they were going to win by 50, naturally. Vossi and the Blues Bombers came back, but geez, the Bombers, it's going to be tough. Big win from North Melbourne. They took their talents over to WA because they need a bit of cash because they're poor as fuck when you keep winning the spoon. And look, we're able to get the lollies down by 20 against West Coast, came back. Big win from Port Adelaide. Couple of shareholders that we know love.
The Hindley Street hooligan.
Yeah, that
one.
idiot. I think he's over in Europe at the moment. Looks like he just climbed a fucking mountain.
Biggie.
In the Alpines.
Biggie as well.
Yeah, that's the one.
Big Port man.
And the Suns, they just struggled to win away.
Yeah.
Dimmer was not impressed. Lost to the Cattery. Big win from the Swannies.
Did you see Dipper with Dom
That
Dollar?
was awesome.
Yeah, Dipper was
What?
partying with
Yeah,
Dom
we need
Dollar.
to post that.
Yeah.
That was fucking.
That was pretty funny. The lady was in the shed. She goes, Dipper, what were you doing with Dom Dollar? And he goes, oh, he found out I was holidaying in Mykonos, and he was DJing in Mykonos. So I just went up and said, and he went up and said, you come party with me, mate. And he's sitting there like shirt unbuttoned,
What?
just grooving. Yeah,
Mate, it was so.
He's a good man, Dipper.
I like him.
Wasn't he
Yeah.
awesome too? He was,
Yeah.
Good footy player.
Who I saw a goal. Some guy. I think he kicked 1,300 goals for Swans. What's his name?
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
Warwick Kappa.
No.
Was it Kappa or
Nah, newer in like the
He's got
90s.
that laptop,
Saw this
big
video
fella.
where he kicked it. Start using it.
Stop yapping and start typing. Fucking
Fucking hell.
Crikey. How many tubes has he had
Did you see
today?
his face actually? Oh, what do you mean? What's his name? Fucking
what's-
use the laptop, bro.
Oh my God, why is there a laptop in front of me?
Hey,
No.
mate, type in bloody
whiz.
Sydney. You find it, cunt.
Yeah, well, I've got Bob Pratt who kicked fucking nearly 700 goals, but that
We
was,
said 1,300.
that was in the 40s.
Yeah, well, I said in the
He was
90s.
the leading goal kicker.
Well,
You're telling the story, Source.
1,300 goals in the 90s, kicked his thing out, and I saw they rushed the field. And I think the only time they've ever done that was when
Did he kick 100 in a season?
Fev did it, and
They did it for Buddy as well.
Buddy, yeah. Did Fev do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, but I remember Buddy did it, and then I saw this video. I thought, "Fuck, that's sick." Like,
Can I ask you a random question?
oh yeah, you got a couple.
Yeah,
Have you?
just got one from a shareholder. He wants me to ask you about the time regarding Wild Bill's tip jar. Rumour had it got burnt down.
Well, it wasn't Wild Bill's,
Well, that
but it was a tip jar in Japan.
Yeah, talk us through.
Yeah.
Rumour had it got burnt down.
The what did
I think the venue.
the venue
What
got
was it?
burnt
Well,
down?
I can't imagine
Nah,
the
well,
tip
we-
jar got burnt down.
No.
I don't know. If he's fucking stitched me up here.
No,
he's
the
done a
tip jar
good
went
job.
missing from this place in Japan.
Yeah,
And
right.
it paid for our consequently paid for our van for the boys. So they weren't, I don't know who took it, but
but it,
no one was too upset that the tip jar went to our
But-
Japan funds.
right. Okay.
Yeah, this was early days Japan. It's a Wild West out there. Go to Niseko. You don't know
Yeah,
what's going on.
okay.
It's cold. Wild Bills just fight.
So a
Yeah.
tip jar just coincidentally provided
Yeah.
a van for you in.
Yeah,
in-
basically did.
Yeah, amazing how those tip jars
Yeah.
work.
It ended up going up in the air. Someone slipped on the ice, I saw.
Oh, and then it flew
fell
up.
and crashed and split down
Just
everywhere.
had what
What's
are
it
the
called? What's
notes
it called?
in Japan?
Broke.
What do
It
they
broke.
do? They do notes?
They're yen, yeah.
Yeah, what
The
do
yen.
they go up to? What's the biggest note?
High. Don't know, but they're high. Like
Okay.
50,000 yen, like 100,000
And
yen.
what's
I don't know.
50,000
5
yen
million.
for the punters at home that don't know?
That might be a question for Trell.
Oh,
What's 100
we don't want him to overuse the laptop.
Okay, I should know this. I feel like 300 yen will buy you a beer. That'll buy you a can of Asahi. So it's like $3, I think.
Yeah, okay.
About that.
Pay your internet bill here, Source.
Maybe just hotspot it, brother.
10,000 yen is $100.
10,000. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Is that
I've
right?
never understood why they do that. It's
called-
that makes no fucking
It's called
sense.
inflation, isn't it? Isn't that, this might be for Pit Squared.
Didn't they gave people money when people were poor?
Yeah.
So it became less
Yeah.
valuable.
Correct.
Such high numbers.
Apparently, I think in the African countries, it's fucked. Like $1 million is like...
yeah, it's too complicated.
is like $1 Aussie dollar or something. But anyway,
I'll do my knob and legend of the week.
yeah, go for
So,
it. I got
look-
plenty more for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know you do. So look, legend of the week. touched on it briefly. It's our boy Neil Danaher.
Yeah.
What he's doing for MND.
Let's go.
Mate, outstanding, the big fella. It's one of the great days on the AFL calendar. If you haven't read Neil Danaher's book, I've read it. One of thousands of books
Related
that
to
I've
Joe?
read. Yes, yeah.
Cousin?
My
Joe's old man or uncle?
uncle, I believe.
Yeah.
Mate, what he's doing, the big fella, and everyone getting up behind it. It's now like a dead set, the game, the King's birthday, Collingwood D's. Mate, everyone's got the beanie. We
Yeah.
should really be wearing the beanie.
Saucy Man down in the car park was telling me about him. The blue ones,
The blue
big freeze.
beanie, you can get him in Bunnings, Coles.
He can't. He's non-verbal. He can't
Fully
talk.
non-verbal.
He was saying that he has a machine that's hooked up to him somehow,
Correct.
and it's his thoughts.
Yeah.
Transcripted into this
Exactly.
computer, that's insane.
The Big Freeze. It was
Great.
Big Freeze 11. It's been going for 11 years.
Gotta love technology. So
Mate, you got to. But you got to love, more importantly, what this
Yeah.
bloke is doing. Mate, I know you two peanuts have never read a book in your life, but if you ever consider it, mate, read this book.
yeah, you got it for me?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Great, honestly, great read. His attitude on life, like, mate, he just...
When was it written? Since he's had M&D?
Yeah, autobiography. So what he's done, the book is written to his grandkids. So that's the whole idea, because he can't really communicate with his grandkids.
Yeah.
So it's his, when they're old enough to read.
I do love a good book.
Fucking love, and just love Neil Danaher,
Yeah.
man. Like this guy, each year it's called the Big Freeze, they get 10 Aussie sports stars normally, and they dress up as Aussie icons. Tubby Taylor went as Shane Warne.
They do that thing where they go down the toboggan, into the ice.
Titmus did it today.
Titmus went
she
today.
was
Olivia Newton-John.
She was. She looked great.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I bet she looks good for you, big fella.
Was
our boy Matty Nable, great Matty Nable.
unreal.
Yeah, because his brother died.
Yeah, I don't know if he died of motor neuron disease.
did.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, great Carl Webb. That's what he passed away
Someone
from.
will probably go as Carl Webb. They might ask me next year.
Get
being
the
Aussie
Q.
icon.
Get the Q.
He'd have to put on a few kilos.
No, I'd be pretty slick.
Get the
Yeah.
Q into your sideburns.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
did
Well,
for
I'm the
Origin.
only one between you two that's actually got hair to do it. So
I did it
that'll-
last year. I did it last year downstairs. They
Oh,
did it.
that's
We
right.
did it for motor neurons disease.
Did you?
For the Carl Webb Foundation. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
what we do, bro. That's
that
what we
is what
do
we
here.
do,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah. Come here.
Appreciate the love, baby. Hey, let's talk about We Are Red.
Yeah.
Because
They were pretty disappointing. Like, I think they'd be more disappointed than anyone. Someone said if they start well, they're in for a chance, and they actually didn't get off to a
they would
a
start
flop
it
of
well.
a start. Yeah, usually over there they do, and that's what there's sort of their downfall. They
opportunities, you got to
Yeah.
take your opportunities
Which they
when you
did.
play in New Zealand teams.
I mean, the Crusaders and Chiefs. Sorry, the Chiefs lost to the Blues. I was going to say it'll be a Chiefs Crusaders final, but they'll be so hard to beat, the Crusaders. Like,
shit
very
house
hard.
crowd, dude.
Disgraceful.
I don't know if you watched it. It was honestly like I was watching the New South Wales, a rugby league team there.
I don't know why that is in Christchurch either, because they're the most successful club in Super Rugby, like probably in the world almost.
It was the most piss weak crowd.
I think it was
Yeah.
freezing cold and pissing down rain, to be fair.
It's like watching
You
it's
turn
like
up,
watching
but,
an
yeah.
NRL game.
So
at a
Raiders
core
fans turn up.
stadium.
Yeah. We got Crusaders Blues Friday night, and then Chiefs Brumbies.
Yeah,
Saturday
Chiefs have
night.
the second chance.
Mate, the
Yeah.
Chiefs Blues game was, from
Really
all
good, yeah.
reports, one of the games of the year, if
Yeah.
not in the last decade.
So the Chiefs and Crusaders probably still could, or they will. That
Yeah.
might be the final.
Yeah.
If the Brumbies make it, that'd be awesome.
that would be great
Yeah.
for Australian rugby.
There's always got to be one.
Some shareholders at the Choir on Friday night when I was watching
QA.
it too. Yeah,
I like what you did there.
yeah,
No, I like that from
Yeah.
you. Yeah, the choir.
yeah. Don't think too hard, Pitt.
Yeah.
He might.
we
Pitt
turn his
Squared
mic off?
might need to get Pitt.
He might just turn his mic off.
It's never been called the choir.
It's always been called the Choir. Yeah, turn it
Which
off.
one's his mic?
I don't know. Don't turn mine off for crying out loud.
Charlie, you've been warned. This is your official first warning of this pod.
Yeah, the refs just brought the Pit in and
Yeah.
said, mate, there's enough back chat from you.
Yeah.
Next one and you're gone.
10 in the bin. Yeah,
And
10
then-
minutes. 10 minutes silent. Literally, we have how have we never thought of that? We have controls here
I
to
don't
do
know how
that.
you haven't done it.
Hey, guys,
Please don't.
nah,
He's off. He's off. Shareholders, he's off. He was warned. He was warned.
he's gone.
All
But,
right.
mate, shout out to We Are Reds. We might need to get the boys on the potty.
Yeah, we will.
We need to get Pickle
Yeah.
on.
Pickle declined. He said he's too busy. He's coaching someone from he's coaching some Marist boys or Jeeps players.
Well, a shareholder ran into him at the Newey last week, and he said that he has been contacted by you, and that he is keen.
He's keen, but he said he's not the right time. Not the right time. At the moment
make time.
So, did you hear that? Did you hear something?
Yeah.
Couldn't quite hear that. Anyway, so
and my knob of the week.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to do my knob of the week is the US police force. Now, have you seen this?
Yeah, today I saw the
had a
Aussie
Channel
reporter.
9 reporter.
They fire a fucking bullet at her.
They fired a fucking bullet at her.
Rubber.
Now, rubber bullet, but the US, they are just out of control. Now, the good people of Australia in particular, the Channel 9 reporters, are sitting there doing their job. She's literally holding a Channel 9 microphone, and these sick puppies, couldn't fucking help themselves and said, oh, geez, we got a free one here, and just went chick, chick, bang, and just started unleashing on the poor girl.
I didn't know if I was watching the same video or not because I was looking in the comments and I was like, they fired a bullet. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, rubber bullet.
Yeah. They pissed me off, though, all the people that were doing the protest, like yelling in her ear and in her face, like, report the truth, shut up.
Lauren Tomasi, shareholders.
Shout out to
Now,
her.
Lauren, I know you're a shareholder and you're fucking, we love you, sweetheart.
She needs a raise.
Mate, you way to fucking take. Look at him. Jesus.
Way.
He's within about 10 metres. He must have just been, he must have thought, he must hate women.
Bloody oath.
He must see there's something not right there.
That's crazy.
Paul Lawrence just trying to report back to us tough Aussies. Just
what a coward, man.
Huge coward. He might actually be a weasel.
He probably is from New South Wales.
He must have. He
full lines her up.
Oh, so, mate, you're our knob of the week. I don't know who you are, but you're a total half-wit.
Send him over the border. Jesus.
Yeah, well, Trumpy loves that sort of shit. Yeah. What about the relationship between
him and Elon? Yeah. Elon took too much care. He's
he on the cat?
They say.
Elon's on the cat.
They say so, yeah. He denies it.
I thought he'd be on the microdosing. He's a fucking peanut. Microdosing that goes on with some of those hooligans.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to do the greatest segment now. That's taken over the greatest segment.
Yeah, bring
of all
it
time.
on.
So. Shareholders.
I'm feeling pretty sharp too, as you know.
Yeah.
Well, whenever the Queenslanders go into camp, I feel like I'm going into camp.
You feel like you're a part of it almost. Well, yeah, like Billy's taking you in, yeah.
Because Billy calls me the night of and just tells me the team list.
Well, he wished you happy birthday last year.
He did, well, in Munster. I've just had the coach last year and potentially the captain this year.
Yeah. Should we bring Trell back in?
Bring him in.
All right. How you going, Trell? Welcome back.
Yeah, all good. Just done a wee, so...
You pissed yourself.
All right. So, are you smarter than Berkey? Play along at home in the car.
Good luck. All
right. So, I've tailored these questions. There's quite a few. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, 10 maybe.
You say you tailored them every segment. You say you tailored them.
All right. Well, we'll get into it. This is quite an easy one. Who does David Clemmer currently play for?
Dragons.
Yeah.
Told you I was feeling sharp. I've warmed up beautifully.
How do you spell Payne Haas?
Payneha. This is where it gets you. It can go one or two ways.
It can go one way.
AAS.
Yes, well done.
Oh, you got it.
Well, you said AAS.
No. You know what I meant. I know there's some shareholders out there that would have spelt it HASS. And look,
Payne has.
Yeah. Well, you would have been an idiot if you spelt it that way.
You would, yeah. You definitely would.
Come on.
How do you spell silk?
Silk. SILK.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
What do cows drink?
Oh, Jesus. Is this a trick question? Is it? Water.
Yeah.
Come on.
I saw you were so close. He goes,
Gee whiz, I was ready to pull the trigger on you know what. I was so...
milk was just...
Jeez, it was there. I was ready to drink milk with them. And I thought, not today, cows. We're drinking water. We are drinking water. And I'll drink milk another night.
Oh, my God. How many sides?
Oh, don't do it to me, man. Don't. We don't have to go there.
He hates his two-dimensional shapes.
I did this in grade 1.
How many sides does a diamond have?
How many sides? 4.
Yeah.
Come on.
Are they all of equal size?
Yes.
Correct.
Holy shit.
Yes.
That's like 7 from 7.
Keep
Well
going,
done,
dude.
bro.
No, just literally keep going. I will not stop.
This will be
episode
nuts.
will stop when I get one wrong.
Have you been doing some training?
And if we have to go
other
for
than
2
running
hours.
and lime scooting, have you been doing some like general knowledge training?
Yeah, no. This is natural, dude. I told you. I was born for this shit.
If you're running a race past the person in second place, what place are you?
First. Second. Fuck.
Just okay. Do
What?
you know what the answer is? Are you just guessing?
Well, hang on. Did I not get it right?
If you're running a race past the person in second place, what place are you? You can't just fire out.
If I'm running a race.
You got it wrong with first.
Yeah, I got it right the second.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Next.
But you just go second, third, hoping it's an answer.
I knew it was
because you don't
second.
know.
No, it's 'cause
you give me this look in your eyes, and I know you don't know.
No. The issue is I'm such a high, hold myself to such high accountability that it should just be quick.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
you're
wanna think.
now not going perfect round.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm shooting at probably 92%.
Yeah.
Jeez, check that. I reckon that is 92.
A farmer has 10 sheep and all but 7 run away. How many are left?
Farmer has 10 sheep, all but 7 run away.
How many are left?
7.
Well done, bro. Well done. He's dialed in.
Let's go.
He's fucking dialed in.
Smoking them tonight.
Yeah.
Queensland 13
We're-
plus.
Oh, honestly.
We're finishing with a
You got to go hard,
with
man.
a wine
You can't
question.
be- these
Well, no,
are-
you dialed
these
in
are
and
ques-
you're
These are
focusing.
questions that Pip would get wrong.
You're
not me.
you're focused now. Did you have a big weekend or not?
Yeah, I was with a shout. No,
Not for your standards.
Quiet.
There you go. That's why.
Yeah,
He's dialed, man. I'm impressed. I'm not
Thanks,
gonna lie.
dude. Pretty happy.
Is Cabernet Sauvignon a red or white wine? It's a 50-50 at the end of the day.
And you
so
know 50-50s are my bread and butter.
yeah, they are.
I don't know if
They're bread or butter.
I don't know if you're pronouncing it correctly. Cabernet Sauvignon?
No, Cabernet Sauvignon.
That's a white.
It isn't. It
Fuck
isn't.
these fucking 50-50.
You don't know your wines,
You went
dude.
7 from 10. That's 70%.
Did I go 7 or 10, or do we need to go upstairs to the bungalows at 8 or 10? Got that one wrong and got the
Yeah, look,
place
Trelly,
one.
you got eight right.
Yeah, so I don't. You
He
can't
missed
count,
3.
man.
Trell's gone off.
We'll go
Yeah,
back.
off he goes.
Trell's gone.
We need a multi.
Thanks, shareholders.
No, we're not done.
Oh, shit.
You got a pee, do you?
What? No, I'm here all day.
Well, we got to do our multi. That's
Yeah.
it. And
We'll finish the question.
no, that's it. I do have something else for you.
What is
but
it?
you rub up a multi while you're at it, Trell, if you want.
I think I'm off. Oh, no, I'm back.
No, he's back on. I did. I think I'm on. Is this thing on?
Imagine if you turned me off accidentally.
I saw who was it? The geezer from Channel 9. He was asking Gus.
Danny Widler.
Yeah, questions about who his goats are. So of each sport, like who Gus thinks are the best in each sport. So
right.
I'll name off who. I'll name off. I won't say who he said, but who do you have as your goat in these categories, Berkey?
Okay.
So golf,
Tiger.
AFL.
Jeez.
It's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I mean, they say Lee Matthews.
What do they call him? God. Didn't they call him
Lethal Lee.
Who was God? Gablet.
Gary Ablett
Senior?
Junior was a fantastic.
Yeah.
But I never saw Lee in person, understandably.
Remember Nathan Ablett?
Shout out to the Selwood family. They're doing it tough. They can't fucking
Catch a break.
can't they? Gee whiz.
What's happened?
They lost 2 sons in 3 months. Keep going.
Well, you didn't answer one there.
Well, I'll
AFL.
go with Lethal because he's a hawkie.
Okay. Can I get your undivided
I'm
attention?
undivided.
Yeah. NRL. Rugby league.
Well,
As
it's
we
got to
call
be
it.
Smith.
Cameron Smith's your goat.
I think so.
Really?
Done it everywhere. Yeah.
Alf, Wally, Lockyer.
Cameron Smith.
Yeah.
Did I mince my words?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, good.
Well done. That came quick too. Soccer. Foosball.
Oh, a sport that I just don't have much time for.
See, that
but-
surprised me still to this day.
well, this is a 2-horse race.
Is it?
Nah.
I'll go with Ronaldo.
Yeah, you suck. I'm a Leo guy. I'm a huge Leo guy.
CR7.
Leo Messi. Tennis.
Well, I wouldn't mind if we touched on this because
Yeah.
one of the greatest finals ever occurred last night in the
Who was in
French
it?
Open. Yannick Sinner and Alcaraz. 5 sets. Carlos down 2.
Did the
Looked
ball
like
win?
Yannick was going to win. He then goes ahead and saves 3 championship points.
Wow.
And Carlos wins.
The ball.
The ball, our ball.
The Spanish ball.
Hits a fucking forehand down the line, sliding to his right to win it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you guys have got a spare 10 minutes, watch the highlights. It was
I think
insane.
I'll have to, yeah. I love a good drug cheat losing.
It was.
I love that.
Mate, it was honestly one of the best games of tennis you'll
Yeah.
see to date. Those two, man. The thing is, our boy McEnroe came out today and reckons
Johnny
that,
McEnroe.
that reckons that if Yannick or Carlos were to play Rafa at the French Open on clay, they would go into the game favourite against Rafa
They're-
at Rafa's prime.
Wow. That's a big call.
Huge statement.
Yeah.
Rafa's won like 14 French Opens.
That's a huge call.
But that's the sort of calls you're going to get from McEnroe,
John
isn't
McEnroe.
it?
Yeah.
But honestly, insane.
Controversial
game of
like
tennis.
Cornsey.
And another fun fact while I'm with you about this, which will blow all 3 of your minds. Can you believe it? So Carlos, this is his 5th Grand Slam, right? He is 1 day from the same age that Rafa was when he won his 5th Grand Slam.
Wow. How old is he?
1 day.
How old is he?
That's
22 and it's to the day.
Nice.
Legitimately.
Yeah. He's only 22.
So Rafa was 22 years and 33 days old when he won his 5th title. Carlos is 22 years and 34
Wow.
days old. Now,
Theoretically could be-
that is fun facts that'll
Yeah.
make you jizz even if you're in the
Yeah.
car.
Especially from a Spanish bull, fully loaded.
Both Spanish, both bullfighters.
Both cartridges loaded. Bang, bang.
Mine just went.
Yeah.
Multi.
No, he's still got more.
One more.
My bad.
NFL. Brady.
Tom Brady.
There's more.
TB12.
Cricket.
Cricket. Jeez. You're going to make me think here.
Don.
Yeah. I think it's a bit unfair.
Yeah.
that Don,
Let's just say next best because Don's the GOAT. Warney.
Warney's up
Steve
there.
Smith.
Ponting.
Virat.
Virat. But
Sachin?
he's a coward.
Yeah.
Sachin.
Got to name one, bro.
Oh, look.
Hunter.
I think punter maybe.
Ricky
Gee, good
Ponting.
in the field.
I like that. That's a great answer.
Good in the field, punter.
Best jockey. Or the GOAT jockey. J-Mac.
J-Mac, hands and heels, pardon the pun.
Yeah.
Chris Waller just broke his own record for most Group 1s won in a season,
Yeah.
19. Won it with Jolly Star and the Kingsford Smith. A couple of shareholders told me it was lay of the day. What did they know?
We'll go rugby. Last GOAT.
Oh, well, it's got to be Richie McCaw.
Yeah. That's good.
Has to be.
I like those answers.
Thank you. I
Because they're
appreciate-
they're smart answers.
Yeah, they're
Like,
intelligent.
Yeah, intelligent.
Well, I just went 8 of 10, so
Yeah.
you're going to expect me to be intelligent? Some shareholders out there probably went 0 of 10 too.
Payne Haas, actually, just quickly, the the Perth Bears, he turned down an offer at 1.5 milli. Do you see that?
Well, he's only human to stay with the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know who I think is going to be one of their signings? Appy Coruscant.
Yeah.
He's come through their pathways.
Do you reckon Luau might bail?
And
It'd be something he'd do. He'd jump ship.
Yeah. I don't know if they're The problem is they're going to run out of blokes because Jerome Hughes is going to re-sign for Melbourne.
Yeah.
Munster, you probably wouldn't want to pay him big
Toby
bucks.
Sexton.
Yeah,
He'll go.
Now that's, I mean, Toby Sexton's not your man. Jeez, I'll tell you what, I've just seen Max Gawn and Stephen May, bit of push and shove post game. They're their own teammates. So keep
Own
that
teammates in the sheds, is it?
Yeah, not
Gives a gaze.
happy. Not happy at all.
Yeah. Gorney looks like a mean.
Gives him a little push here, so watch that shell.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's your captain and your key defender.
Okay.
Gee whiz, have a look at those two. I got to get off Instagram. Righto, well
Multi.
let's get into our multi. We're trying to go for a record
back.
2 in a row.
Tough weekend of rugby league,
So-
around footy.
Brumbies playing the Chiefs,
Chiefs.
right? I might. Is that home game for the Brumbies?
No,
It's an away game.
Chiefs.
Interesting. Chiefs were finished on top then. I was going to say the Brumbies would be good value
At
there.
home, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a tough away trip.
So what are you going with after all that? I'll lead it off because I led off last week, and that's what you got to do when you're captain. You lead your team out first. Sharks 13 plus.
Who are they playing?
Dragons.
Did you watch the game on Saturday?
Yeah.
Did you watch the
Sharks.
Dragons play though?
Yeah. Did you
Shout out
catch
to the
that?
Dolphins, to be fair.
Mate,
Yeah.
huge shout out to the
Yeah.
Finns. That's actually someone I might line up now. I'll
Yeah.
do it right. I'll go do it right now because that's what I do. Tommy Gilbert, I'm going to text him now.
What are you going to say?
He's got some spare time on his hands.
He's got He's got a whole season, the poor fella.
Hey, brother. Hope you're doing well. Do you want to come on the best potty ever
Saucy?
and sing ya ya yippee yippee ya?
What are we going to go with here? Maybe I'm going to go Australia.
What did he do? What did
In
Tommy
the-
Gilbert do?
Torn
Peck.
pec.
Yeah, fucked Peck.
How's the peck? Peck, P-E-C-K.
What are you doing here, Saucy?
I'm going Australia to. If you can take this option, I would take it draw or win for Australia. It decreases in the Socceroos against Saudi Arabia. If you didn't see them, they beat Japan for the first time in a fucking long time to make it to the World Cup.
Trying to find this is fucking...
Australia paying $3.40 and Saudi Arabia, I think if they win by 5 goals or more, then they will actually topple Australia out of the World Cup qualifiers. But I'm just going to go Australia.
Perfect with Origin.
But what are you doing? You going
I'm
Sharks?
Sharks
You stuck
13
with that?
plus.
Trell, what are you thinking for yours?
I'm going to take the Indiana Pacers to win Game 3 at home.
Oh,
I tipped
you
them.
are
I tipped
an
them at
idiot.
game 1 too, winning in by 1 point. Paying $5.
$2.70 head to head back at home. They'll win that and they'll probably lose Game 4, but that won't worry us.
What was the score in game 2?
They got pumped.
Yeah, about 15.
So we've got, what are you going?
Socceroos.
So what do you want? So do you want draw
Lord
no
have
bet?
Mercy.
Do you want draw
Wait,
no bet?
draw
Or do you
no
want
bet. Is that, yeah, because all